Hello, welcome to today's episode on M2M session. Today's podcast session is titled What Every Man Must Do. So first of all, let me say Happy New Year to you listening to me right now. The most interesting and intriguing thing is that for some reason, this podcast session was supposed to be published on the 31st before the new year. And after everything, I noticed that after the recording, after production and all, I noticed that something happened to the audio. So, normally I would have been all pissed and all, but you see, I had to ask myself again. The essence of the topic and the message of this podcast is even what I should even be reflecting on. I may not be able to say exactly and entirely what I did in the first one. I'll still communicate the same message, but it won't be using the same words. But however, there is one thing that every man must do. If you had probably listened to this podcast before the new year, you would have heard it. But however, I feel that there's a reason why you're hearing it in the new year. So that one thing that every man must do, that one thing that you must do, that one thing that I must do, it is just one thing, and it's called gratitude. Be grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Yesterday I woke up and I wasn't feeling like myself, I was feeling like I'm about to cross into a new year. There are some things I had planned to accomplish and I wasn't able to accomplish it. But I woke up and I told myself I'm going to be grateful. You may be listening to me right now and probably you might have come to the point in your life where you're feeling like nothing is working. Hey, can I ask you a question? I have people that go into the new year and they don't feel like setting goals and plans. Why? Because the goals and the plans that they set in the previous year, they weren't able to accomplish it. So they feel and they believe that it's all a scam. Hey, can I ask you a question? You may feel and you may worry and you may ponder all the things that you had done in the previous year. What's the outcome of it? What's the need to be cheerful? What's the need? You may look back and you may feel like, it's another new year. A lot of persons are doing new year, new me, new resolutions and all, and you might be feeling like, what's the waste? What's the need? It's a waste of time. Hey, can I ask you a question? Here is the question. It's a series of questions. Number one, can you see? Are your eyes working? Number two, can you breathe? Are your nostrils working? Number three, can you hear me right now? Are your ears working? Number four, can you speak? Is your mouth working? Number five, can you move your hands and your legs? Are your limbs working? If these 5 things are working or 6 things are working, then trust me, you don't need to feel like nothing is working based on the circumstances, because if these things I've just listed and I've just asked you are working, then trust me, you have a reason to be grateful for. Then something is working. If you've seen a new year, then your life is definitely working. Listen up and listen very carefully. Yesterday is the past. Today is a utility of the now. But guess what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is another opportunity to try again. So you might have failed yesterday. You you might have wasted today, but tomorrow will be a gift, an opportunity to try again. If you're listening to this in the morning, whatever time you're listening to this, if there are series of set out plans that you were unable to accomplish, when you see the breaking of a new day, that is an opportunity to try it again. It doesn't matter how many times you try, but the truth is you always, as long as you wake up to see a new day, it is an opportunity to try again. So you have something to be grateful for. Be grateful that you have another opportunity to try again. 2 areas I want us to be grateful for. 2 areas I want us to express gratitude for. Number 1, express gratitude for your past. And number 2, express gratitude for the future. Yes. Be grateful for what you've done in the past. Be grateful for the year 2021. And also be grateful in advance for the year 2022. So, G.K. Chesterton once said that when it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or you take them with gratitude. So how have you taken 2021 and how are you taking 2022? Are you going to take it for granted? Are you going to take every single thing that happened to you in the previous year for granted, or will you take it with gratitude? Are you going to take the new year, every bright and new day that approaches, for granted, or will you take it with gratitude? Marcus Cicero said that gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but it is the parent of all others. And I love a quote by Melody. It says, gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates vision for tomorrow. See what I was talking about? Gratitude makes sense of the past. It brings peace for today and it creates a vision for tomorrow. So can you be grateful for the previous year? And it's not just something that you should do at the beginning of every year. Each day that you wake up, each day that you wake up and you're feeling down, wake up with gratitude. Probably you did not accomplish what you wanted to accomplish the previous day. Wake up feeling grateful for the mistakes and the opportunities that you lost and the challenges you faced in the previous day. Be grateful for the past and also be grateful for the future. I'm grateful for January to December 2021. All the friends I made, all the opportunities or the challenges I faced, the capacities I built. I'm grateful for every single young man that has listened to me across Africa, across Europe, across Asia, across Australia, across North America, across South America, across Australia in 2021 through M2M session. I'm grateful for every single one of you. And I'm grateful that 2022 is going to be a great year for every one of us. Be grateful. So one thing that you must do as a man every time is to be grateful. Never allow gratitude to pass you by. Gratitude is a sure bank attitude. Yes, gratitude is a sure banker attitude. Always have an attitude of gratitude, so says Sterling Brown. Always have an attitude of gratitude. William Otto Ward said, feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So don't say, oh, I'm grateful, and you're not expressing it. You gotta feel pumped up. Yeah, you've gotta feel pumped up. And gratitude changes our attitude. Just in case you may be feeling down and all, try it and start counting the things that you're grateful for in the past, and also start counting the things that you're grateful for in advance, and watch what will happen to your attitude. It will change. It will light up your mood. It will light up and it's going to change the way that you will relate with people. So maybe you may be in a relationship and it's probably not the best, it's probably not what you expected. Hey, take out time and express gratitude for the flaws and for the good qualities of the person that you are in a relationship with. You are probably not grateful about anything happening around you, maybe your career, your academics, or your boss, whatever it may be. Hey, take out time and be grateful. Count every single thing, good or bad, and be grateful that it happened to you. Because of course, if it didn't happen to you, who would it have happened to? Be glad that it happened to you and that you're not where you used to be. Hey, listen to me, guys. You may not be where you want to be right now, but you don't look like what you were, and you don't look like what you went through. You may not be where you ought to be, but you are not where you used to be. Yes, you may not be where you ought to be right now, but you are not where you used to be. That's enough reason to be grateful. So finally, be grateful for the past and be grateful for the future in advance. That is what every man must do. That is what every man must do. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for listening. Hey, can we do something? You can get a notepad and create a gratitude list. Most times I have a gratitude list, whenever I'm feeling down, I just get my notepad on my phone and I just write down the things I'm grateful for. You can do that. If you feel like sharing it with me, feel free. Share with me. If you feel like posting it on social media, feel free to do that, of course. Every man must have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this podcast session. Best regards. Cheers.